We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top, new level. On my level, don't see anybody, I don't see him. This right here could never stop, this could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this, no way.
How are we as a people older than our nationality? This is something that we need to understand, to bring out, because we don't understand our nationality. This also goes for you, Andrew, because you mind if I ask your daughter a question?
Not at all.
Well, what's her name?
Angelina.
Angelina. Let me ask you, can I ask you a question, Angelina? Come here. What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Do you know? What's your race? Man, she doesn't know. She doesn't even know. You see, that falls on you. That falls on you to teach her her nationality, because she's gonna be growing up later in life, and she's gonna be thinking she's African American, black, and what happens with that? The black role models, who are they? For the young girls today, the role models that they are looking up to. What those African American women that they're looking up to, are they good role models or bad? So if they are raised up thinking they're African American, who they gonna follow? They're gonna follow those bad role models. All right. So give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. No, Deuteronomy 28 15. Because I'm gonna show you what you had. Go ahead. You can read that. Go ahead. Hey Stevens, you got any kids? No? Okay, listen up for when you do have some kids. Listen to this. Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them.
Read verse 6. Start verse 6.
Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
So the words that the law, statutes, and commandments that Moses had commanded to us, he said those things, you should keep it in your heart. Your heart is your mind. You should, to do that, you have to study. If you don't study, you don't know. If you don't know, you can't teach it to your daughter. So you need to study so you can keep these things in your mind. Come on.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
So he commands us to teach his words to our children, so they could know and they could grow up in a better light. Come on.
And shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house.
So you need to talk whenever you have some free time with your daughter. You sitting down. You at the dinner table, wherever it is. Sit down with her. Sit down with her and talk to her.
Bring them some books.
Hey, brother.
I'm the same one.
Hey, all praises, brother. If you want to stay and listen, come listen, bro. If you want to stay and listen, come listen. Come on.
And thou shalt talk of them when thou sittest at thy house, and when thou walkest by the way.
So when you just walk your daughter over here, right? So when you walk by the way, you need to talk to your daughter about these certain things. Come on.
And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou layest down.
So you know how back in the day, they were saying, oh, read your daughter a bedtime story before she goes to sleep. Nah, the Most High God says when you lay her down to go to sleep, you need to teach her this. Come on.
And when thou risest up,
says in the morning when she wakes up, you need to teach her this. You need to teach her the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. You need to teach her who she is according to the Bible. That's the only way it's going to stick. It's going to stick in their brain. Alright? Now give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
It shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake
Know
thee.
who I
So
am.
these curses have come upon us as a people and have overtaken us as a people. Meaning that until thou be destroyed. I'm gonna show you a perfect example right now of how we are under the curses. All right, you know what I want? Come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So we went through this. We went through slavery, and we had to go to our enemies for everything we could have wanted. Until what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
What you're seeing right now is the people who are destroyed. Behind you right now is the people who are destroyed. Because you gotta understand. Give me.
You right here.
Hey, hold on.
You don't come right here. You don't take care of your own kids. Watch out. All y'all back up.
It's all right.
Y'all know who I am. You don't take care of your own kids. How you tell somebody else take care of their kid when you don't take care of your own?
Calm down.
And you know I am.
Calm down. It's all right. You got a question, bro? If you got a question.
Asking who? You know what this is. You know.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
You know what this is, right?
Calm down. It's all right.
I can tell y'all.
Come on, read it. Give me Hosea 4. 4:6. Give me Hosea 4:6. This is why we as a people are destroyed. Come on.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's why people have become destroyed today. For a lack of knowledge. That knowledge is knowing who they are according to the Bible. Knowing that they're not African American. Because when you call yourself African American, there's a certain way you act towards that. Because they say all black women is what? Loud and obnoxious, right? All black men don't do what? They don't take care. All black men don't take care of their family. Don't do this, don't do that. There's a certain way you act when you are African American. Hey, what's going on, bro? What's your name? Come here.
You already know I'm here.
Come here, bro. What's your name? Kareem? That's your brother over there? What's your name? Hold on, brother. What's your name, bro? Huh? Quincy? All praise. We got Kareem, Quincy, we got Andrew behind you, all right? And Angelina, all right? These are your brothers and sisters. Andrew, I'm gonna teach all y'all, but I'm gonna show you the importance of the job that you have today, bro. Give me the book of Titus chapter 2. This is the importance of your job. Because look at these two brothers right here, these two young men. They need better role models. The role models that these young men have, what they got? They got rappers talking about what? Shooting in the streets, selling drugs, big cars, holding out their sisters. That's the role models that they have. They need better role models. And it starts with the older men. This is how the older men is supposed to act. I'm going to show you. Read.
Titus chapter 2, verse 2. That the aged men be sober.
So first and foremost, the aged man has to be sober. You listening, bro? The aged man has to be sober. That's not what they're teaching out there. When they're in those music videos and everything, they're teaching what? Drugs, alcohol, lean, this, that, and the other.
Right.
God says the aged man needs to be sober. Come on.
That the aged man be sober, grave.
Aged man needs to be serious. Out there in the streets, it's nothing but play.
I love you,
They just play. They just want to play, have fun all the time. You see it. Everything is just about going to the club. Everything is about, fastest way to get money. That's all it is. It's all play out there. None of the men out there is serious. Because if they was, they would have saw the condition that their people is in and stand up and do something about it.
Right.
They're not doing nothing about it. Come on.
Sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith.
It says temperate. The word temperate means patience. That's something that's not in the black community. Because I remember back in the day, if a brother stepped on your shoes, you're liable to get knocked out.
Right.
Still today, shoot. If you step on somebody's shoes, you're liable to get knocked out, shot, whatever. There was a story back in a few years back that it was in a line to buy some new Jordans. The brother just got the Jordans, put them on his feet. Brother came up, shot him, bow, took the Jordans right off his feet. You're not patient. Come on.
Brave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity and patience. The aged women Verse 6, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
So it says young men. It says young men
Eyes
likewise.
down, eyes down.
Eyes down, eyes down. It says young men likewise. So it says just like the older man, this is how y'all supposed to act. Come on.
And all things should. Verse 6, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
Just like the older man has to be sober, the young man has to be sober. Andrew, let me ask you a question. Where is the young man going to learn to be sober? From the older man. Right? Learn from the example of the older man. Exactly. So the older man has to be that example. I'm going to show you. Come on.
Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things showing a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness.
So it says in doctrine showing uncorruptness. You know what that word means, uncorruptness? Because it's for the young man. Do you know what that word means? Uncorruptness. No? How about you, girl? You know what that word means? Uncorruptness. What do you mean? Come here, I can't hear you, man. Come here, bro, I ain't gonna bite you. What's that word mean? So, for all to hear, what's that word mean? Okay, hey, that's a good explanation. It says if you're able to be corrupted, that means you have an evil soul. So a lot of these entertainers out here, they're easily corrupted. Please, someone give them $1 million. Say, here, go put on this dress. What they do?
Put on the dress.
They put on that dress.
Yeah.
They're corruptible.
Yeah.
But the young man is supposed to be uncorruptible. Where did they learn that trait from? The older man. That's where they need to learn that trait from. Come on.
In doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity.
Gravity, we went over that before. Gravity means patience. Where do young men learn patience from?
From the older men.
From the older men, exactly. Because nowadays, everybody wants whatever they want right now. We live in a right now society. Back in the day, you used to have to work, save up for the things that you needed.
Yeah.
You had to work, save up maybe 2-3 years, and then boom, you're able to buy that new car. Boom, you're able to buy that new house. Patience. Right now, nowadays, we don't have that patience. That's why most of our brothers and sisters, most of our brothers mainly, is out there in the streets selling what? Drugs, because it's fast money. Right? They're not patient. Come on.
Uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that ye that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing said of you.
So it says, them that are of the contrary part, meaning those that are out there in the streets selling drugs, doing all that rap music, holding out their sisters, the pimps, all that. They see you and they're ashamed of themselves because they know that what they're doing is wrong, and they see your example. You compel them, just like y'all could be an example to them out there, to show them that's out there looking in that, hey, I'm doing wrong, these brothers is doing right. Damn, what the hell am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? So that's why we need better examples. Don't get it wrong, y'all might be young, but y'all can be that same example to the young brothers that are in y'all school, or to the young brothers when you go to the park. I know when I was a kid, I used to go to the park all the time, play ball. Used to do that all the time, right? But y'all could be that example. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question, one more. Now if I ask your dog a question one more time? Come here. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Do you know him? You don't know him? How about this guy right here? You don't know who he is? You know who Jesus is? Hey brothers, y'all got a flyer? Y'all got, hey, could y'all give the brothers a flyer? Hey, check it out, man. Check out the flyer, give us a call, all right? If you want to learn more about your nationality, about who y'all is, okay? So, do you know who Jesus is? Do you know who Jesus is? You don't know who Jesus is? Okay. Hey, that's actually a better answer than most of the answers I be getting. Because most of the answers, I ask them who this is. Oh, that's Jesus. That's actually a better answer. That means she could be taught. Because a lot of times they grow up indoctrinated and people buck up to that.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of us see this image right here, be like, hey, straight up, that's Jesus.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
Yeah.
But this is a part of being that example. You need to teach your daughter.
I got you.
You need to teach your daughter who the true Christ is, bro.
You know what?
You need to teach your daughter who the true Christ is, or she's gonna grow up and bow down to a damn white man.
Right.
I got
She
you.
needs to know that the true image of Christ looks just like her daddy.
Right.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If you were to try to teach your daughter the image of Christ, do you know what to go to in the Bible?
No, not right off.
All praises. Hey, guess what? You're in the right place. Because we're going to show you today where you could go to teach your daughter the true image of Christ. Yeah, you're in the right book. You got a chapter for me? Chapter and verse now. It's all right, bro. We got you. We got your back.
Not right off.
We got your back. Come on.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14.
So if you want to write it down, write down. Revelations 1:14, the true image of Christ. Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says the hair on Christ's head was like wool, meaning the texture of wool, meaning like they call our hair nappy head, right? They say our hair is nappy, just like a sheep wool. Because if your hair was nappy, you had a fro, right? You took a pick, you try to stick that pick in there, pull it out, is it gonna come out? Nah, it's the same with the sheep. You stick that pick in there, you try to pull it out, it ain't going nowhere. So it says the texture of his hair was like wool. Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So the color of his hair was as white as snow. Just like when people get old, what happens to their hair color?
White.
It turns white. Right? So Christ had a big white afro. You remember back in the 70s when they grew the froze that big? So Christ had a fro. And it was as white as snow. Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes was as a flame of fire, meaning he drank wine in moderation. He never got drunk, but he used to drink wine. His first miracle was turning water into wine. Right? Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet were like unto fine brass.
It says the back of his feet, like I can see your daughter's feet right now. It says his feet was the color of fine brass. Have you ever seen brass before? What color is brass?
Dark brown.
It's dark brown. Let's see how dark it was. Come on.
His feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
Christ was, exactly. Christ had black feet, boy. He had black, dark feet. Hey, so if his feet was that color, what was the color of the rest of his body?
Black too.
Black too.
Yeah.
So the image of Christ looked more like that. That's a description of him. We're not saying that that's Christ.
Exactly.
But just like they gave us this image, we need to destroy it with a different image because our people are visual people.
Right.
They need to see something. So they gave us this image. I'm going to show you. Where's it at? I'm going to show you. Look right here. What are they doing? They about to burn this man. What's in his face? It's a cross.
Yeah.
The image of a cross, right?
Yeah.
Just like that, they destroyed us with their image. They said, accept this cross, accept this image and die.
Right.
And what happened over generations, centuries?
Gotta accept it.
You accepted
Like
it.
it's a normal thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
God said, the Bible said Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
That's
Just like
right.
you and me. It's dark, just like your daughter. That's the things that she needs to grow up learning.
Right.
Remember the scriptures.
I
Hey,
gotta stop being lazy and
Hey,
doing it.
that's right. Hey, that's because the scripture says when you wake up, when you walk by the way, when you have free time in the house, when you put her to sleep, you should be teaching her the Bible.
That's real now.
You should be teaching her all this. You should be teaching her how she should walk as a young woman in the society. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of our women, you see it out here. You see how they dress. Yeah, we pulled it already. We pulled it. The soldier was already going over it with you about how these women are dressing out here, dressing like kibbles and bits. Do you want your daughter to attract dogs? I'm gonna show you, bro. I'm gonna show you that a strong family builds a strong nation. Because A lot of our problems in our community stems from a weak family structure. All of our problems stems from a weak family structure. And that was caused back in the time of slavery. Now we can't, it happened in the time of slavery, but we perpetuate it. You know what that word perpetuate means? We keep it going. It started here, but we're the ones keeping it going because the black man ain't telling you not to take care of your kids. The black man ain't telling you not to marry your women. The white man ain't telling you not to take care of your kids. The white man ain't telling you go sleep with 4, 5, 6, 7 different women and have babies on them. You know what I'm saying? The white man ain't telling you this. We're doing this of our own volition. All right? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take some steps with you. All right? Since you've been listening, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go the long route with you. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 1. What is it? Verse 10. I think it's verse 10. Is that it? Yep, verse 10. Verse 10. Let me show you. This is a big problem right now in our communities, right? I'm going to show you. I'm going to tie it all back to one thing for you. Come on.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
It says, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. This happens a lot in the gang life. Because our brothers see the gang life, they see, oh damn, he's doing good for himself. He got money, he got a new car, he got this, he got that. Right? And sinners have enticed him. He said, if sinners try to get you to do something, consent thou not. Right? Come on.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause.
You know what that's called? In today's terms. You know what that's called? It says, come, let us lay wait for blood. Let us what?
Let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause.
Let us wait privily for the innocent without cause. What's that called today? That's called murder. That's called murder. When you lay wait for, it's just like you got beef with somebody, right? He probably ain't never did nothing to you, but you feel like he got beef. He might have bumped into you or whatever. You're like, nah, he ain't getting away with it. So you lurk privily. You lurking for him, right? And you see him slipping on the streets. You waiting for blood. You see him slipping. You come up, pull that trigger, bam, you kill him. He's an innocent man. He probably even know he did anything to you. Innocent man just died in the street for what? BS. Come on.
Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave.
It says, let's swallow them alive as the grave. Let us kill them, put him 6 feet under. Come on.
As those that go down into the pit, we shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil.
You know what that's going into? It says, we shall find all precious substance. Things that are valuable, and fill our houses with spoil. Spoil, that the term for spoil, the definition for spoil is things taken from war, right? When you go to war and you loot the other nation, you take the spoils, you take anything of value for your country. So basically, that's what God says we're doing to each other. We're doing the same thing. We're stealing from each other. We fill our houses with spoil. Exactly. It's actually going to go into it. Read.
We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse.
It's just like a game. It says, cast thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. Let's all go out, hit this lick. Because I have friends that used to hit licks. They'll go hit the lick, take everything from the house of value. They go sell it, and what they do? They sit around, they split the money. They have all one purse. They all split the money. Come on.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Restrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil.
It says their feet run to evil. Don't do what they do because they're going to run to evil. And eventually what's going to happen to them? What? They're going to get caught. I've always heard the saying, it's going to be, a black man's going to end up in 3 places. What are those 3 places? Dead, jail, last one, in a wheelchair. either dead, jail, or in a wheelchair. I've always heard that saying. This is what the scripture is saying. They're going to run to evil, and eventually, see, he probably going to get someone right now. He probably going to go get somebody right this second. As I'm coming out with the same scripture, eventually they're going to get caught.
Right.
Their feet is going to run to evil, and eventually they're going to get caught. Like probably a brother's about to get caught right now. Give me Hosea 4:1. Give me Hosea 4. This is another thing that's happening. Bring these things out to you because, like I told you back there, where should you be? With the knowledge that you got, where should you be? You should be right here on this side teaching your people, like we're doing right now. This is the reason I'm bringing this out to you, to show you the gravity of the importance for you to be on this side, to show your people the correct way. Because they finna go into evil, and eventually they finna die. Don't get me wrong, our people do evil, we condemn it, but we still love our people. We don't want to see our people getting hurt. We don't want to see harm done to our people. That's why you see all of us out here today. We're trying to bring change to the black community. And there's only one way to bring change. But at first, if you want to do the same, the change has to first start with who? Me. With you. And you have to understand that. Come on.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Isn't that what you see in the black community? Ain't no mercy. Ain't no mercy. You do something, you're dead. There's no truth. This is a lawless land.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.